Hello and welcome. It's finally time to check out the UCS Tumbler, item number 76240. I've been sat on this for absolutely ages, and the day I build this is the day it actually gets put on the retiring list. So this is currently triple VIP points. Now it's built to the right hand side, you can see. It is huge and it is packed of lots and lots of detail. So we're going to do a good scale comparison with some of the normal size vehicles, and then obviously we're going to check out the minifigures as well. So with that being said, let's get to it. So we'll kick things off with a very, very battered box. And like I said, it is the Batman Tumbler from the Dark Knight trilogy. What a trilogy that is, by the way. It's 18 plus, 76240, 2049 pieces. It has a lot of detail and it really does pack a punch. Top of the box artwork, Lego logo, big symbol, blue not included, that's some paint, and then we have got the Dark Knight trilogy on there. Moving down to the side of the box, on this one it does actually say the Batman Tumbler, so that keeps it nice and simple. So if it does get put on the shelf side on, at least you know what you're looking for. And then on here you have got the little bits and pieces. So you've got the two minifigures it comes with. That is probably the best minifigure print for accuracy I think I've ever seen, because I have seen the screen worn outfit in person. Then you've got the Tumbler itself. The dimensions of this thing is 17.2 inches or 43.7 centimeters in length, and it is 16.5 or 6.4 inches in height, and then that is what that looks like. And then this is what it looks like on the stand. I'm showing you what it looks like on the stand here because I have not built the stand, because the stand will get in the way for what I think I want to do. But you can see there is a lot of detail to check out, and we've got some good minifigures to look at as well. So before we move on to the set itself, you can see the sticker sheet that is included. You only get 11 stickers, but this big one just here, that is the one that goes onto the plaque and the plinth, which is one that I have not yet built. But all of the other smaller stickers I think really do add to the set. Now with regards to the instruction booklet, you can see it is a chunky booklet. It's got a lot of pieces, but it does tell a nice little story. So you can see on the inside just here, you've got all the little bits and pieces with regards to the design process. This one I do believe is stronger than the original one that came out, because obviously this is a redo. You can see it's on a Technic stand, which I think does spin at the top, but for me that is not going to work in my location. So all we're missing is just this stand, so it's something and nothing with regards to it. You can see just the design process I went around for the minifigures. There's all the little sticker sheets, and then that is obviously the artwork, and obviously you can see how nice that looks. And you can see the shadow box just behind, because that is where it's going to be going to, there or thereabouts. You can see last bit of artwork before we start on, and then that is the bag process. So you have got lots and lots of different stages and steps with regards to the bags. Now you get to bag 6 and you still have the shell. So the shell itself looks like that, and obviously that is what the car now looks like. Now after bag 6, every single bag all the way to bag 10 is just detail added on, which we'll get to in a much greater bit in a second. But I can't believe how much layers that this thing has, and it is sturdy enough as well, which is good. So if you breathe on it, it won't fall apart. So you can see if you want to add it onto the stand, you can do. If not, then you do what I do and you just haven't. Then you have got the two minifigures. Now this is a stand that I will be making up, because you can see just up at the top, but that is at the end of one of the bags that I have yet to open. But I am more concerned about showing off those two minifigures. There's nothing else linking to the DC stuff inside this. This is just a standalone set, but that is a very, very quick look at the fantastic booklet. So look at the size of that wheel as we come into the minifigures to start with. So let's just bring the lighting in a little bit, and we will move straight on to what I think is one of the best minifigures I have ever seen. Now this has such amazing amount of print in it, and like I said, I have seen this suit in person, so all of the arm printing looks absolutely fantastic. And then as it comes around to the back, you've got this beautiful jacket with the green. Does look so good. You even got the little belt buckle across the back, and again coming over to the other sleeve, that is all heavenly printed as well. So it does look very, very, very smart. And obviously that this joke is possibly can only get matched. I don't think it can be beaten, but he did such a good performance within this film. Now if you take this off and do this, you can see that you've got the one face on there. Now if I just spin him round, you also have the other as well. So you can pick and choose what type of face you want to do. You can see with this way, you've got all the peeling paint, you've got all the eyebrow stuff, you've even got the grey in the eyes as well, like it's got like contact lenses in, and then over the top left eyebrow, it's higher than the one on the top right, where you've got the little slits and everything, and then they've even added in the little scars onto his cheeks, quite deep actually, because you can, if you really do look, you can see that they've actually added in quite a bit of detail onto the lining, and then behind the white you still have the skin tone colour as well, and the same thing on this one. So this one, with the eyes, they're a little bit more open. Obviously, you've got the really deep yellow for his teeth as well. And then you've got all of the really nice sort of patterns going across the top of the face. So with or without the hair, it does look very, very good indeed. But with obviously the hairpiece, the second you add it on, it does look fantastic. And you can just see the texture that they've added to it all the way through. It does look a brilliant looking minifigure. Now with the Christian Bale Batman, this has a lot going on for this one as well. There's a lot of print on his outfit all the way up. So you start off with the boots. You got the I think this is the only Batman in all of them so far that, including the shadow box, it doesn't have the yellow one, because obviously it's the Dark Knight. So it is a different bat symbol across the chest as well. So I will do some minifigure comparisons in a second, as well as the car comparisons. But we'll do these behind or back to back, shall I say, before we do the comparisons. But starting from bottom to top, you've got the boots, and then you've got the knee pads, and then we have got all the bits and pieces across the top of the thighs. You've got the utility belt, which does look very, very smart, and then you've got the black on black bit, the symbol, shall I say, the bat symbol across his chest. And then as we come round to the back, obviously you then got the cloth good cape, and then that is what the cowl looks like. We take the cowl off and take the head off, and we take that off, you get even more amazing print on the back. So you can see there's no print on the back of the legs, but you've got all of the body armour going across the centre of the spine, all the way across the bottom. You've got all the different details and textures just on there, and again, obviously there's no print on this whatsoever. They haven't added any spiky bits onto his arms or anything, which I think is the only thing missing from this style of suit, but then that would have to be something completely different, and that would cost an absolute fortune to do. So yes, so far so good for the minifigures. And again, if I can get his head back from in front of the light without actually knocking him over, trying to do this with one hand is very, very difficult. Never going to work, was it? So one face looks like so you can see, can't really see it too much, you have to pay attention when the cowl is on, but that is the one way, and then that is the other. So you have like a grimace or sort of that sort of plain look. So now what we'll do is we'll do a side-by-side comparison of a few of the Batmans and a few of the Jokers, and then we'll take a quick look at the car, comparison at the car, and then we're done. So we will start off with Team Joker. Now this is a very, very strong selection of different Joker minifigures, and I have an unhealthy amount of DC characters as well. But these are the first 4 other DC ones that I came across. So going from left to right, we have them from the 66, then we got them from the Lego Movie, obviously Heath is in the middle, then we got it from the animated series artwork, that is a fantastic looking thing, and then we got White Suit Joker as well. But the amazing thing is, if you notice about the hair pieces, 2 of them are the same but in different colours. Then you have this one, which is a completely different style and different colour. Same as that one, and the same with that one. Then again, if you look at the facial expressions, every single one of those as well are completely different. So it does seem to be that Lego do Joker a very good favour with regards to the type of printing that's involved and everything like that, because it's not just across the front, you also have really nice bright vibrant colours either on the side or going on to the back of a lot of these jackets. And again, if not, you've just got the detail on the back, and obviously white suit is white suit, but they've all got different creases and all the different things like that. So all of the Joker figures I think do look very, very good indeed. But this one, I think for me at the moment, is probably the most accurate and one of the best printed minifigures I've seen, just because, like I said, I've actually seen the screen-worn outfit, and the only thing I would say is extremely clean. But then I guess he would have been clean the first time we saw him, because the tie and everything is all done up, so potentially it's a little bit too clean, but at the same time it does look extremely good as well. So that is Team Joker. Moving on to Team Batman. Now I lied to you all, because the Batman also has a black bat symbol across his chest, but going from left to right, we have got the 66 car, then we've got the Batman that is included within the shadow box, from which is technically a 92, and then we have got Christian Bale, then we've got the animated series, and then we have this as well. But I've got a funny feeling actually, the one that comes with The shadow box is an 89, and the one that comes with the car is a 92, I think. But we won't worry about it too much. But again, each one of those do look very, very good. Completely different kinds of prints, obviously, compared to the Joker's. It's obviously very dark and dingy, but they all have really nice patterns on. And again, the cowl pieces, if you put them side by side, they are ever so slightly different. So the animated series has a much bigger head. You can see it's got the much brighter eyes and the mouth gap on the inside, whereas this one, and this one, they are, well, they are all the same. So they are just the same style cowl, the same nose piece. No, I'm lying to you. The 92 or 89 actually has an in-groove, or indent, shall I say, right across the front of his forehead. So those two are the same. That one's different. That one's completely different, as is that. Now, you're just going to have to believe me that they do have good print of these on the back, because you can see they've all got different armour across the back. But I'm going to have to take every single one of the capes off, and I'm not going to lie, I am far too lazy. But the cape itself, you've got a cloth good. The new animated one is cloth, but it doesn't waft about with this one. So this one's a lot more sturdy. And this one is their new mould. So you can see just how big a cape that is on the back. So all of these Batman figures, I think, do look very, very good indeed. So no matter what set you're going to pick up, you're not really going to be disappointed with the Batman you receive. So that is the minifigures done and finished with. But now it is time to move on to the car, which is easier said than done when this thing is so big. Now, it is an amazing looking thing, as you can see, as I try and go from one camera to another very, very slyly. Don't think that was the smoothest of transactions, but it is what it is. Now, start off with the back of these wheels. Look at the size of this thing just here. It is massive, but there's loads of detail on the inside. You've even got the suspension that goes in on the back. Now, I did rebuild the back end of this because in the instruction booklet, it's not the easiest thing to follow. Now, I'm not going to lie, there are one or two mistakes in the instruction booklet where they actually give you pieces that you don't need straight away, and then you add them in later on. So you don't actually put them in the wrong place, you just think you're going to be left with them. But with the detail, all the separate bags, you've got these things just here. Now you've got all of these individual bits that you build and they just slide over. So each one of these just slide on, flops down, same thing with that, and it is sturdy enough. I think it's a technique that they used with the Star Wars bits and pieces. These bits all move about and clip in. You've got the flaps that open up and around, and you can just see as we go down just the amount of detail that is involved. So if I keep the camera still and do my best to move this is probably where it would have been a good idea to have it actually on the stand. You can see all of the stuff across the side. So again, you've got all the layering, all the different bits and pieces. You've got the stuff that comes up and onto here, but then this also comes off. So this top piece just here, which I think I might need two hands for, this will, he says, let me spin it around to the front, it will come off. But before we get to that bit, look at this. So you've got the two wheels, you've got this bit at the front. This is a beautiful, again, looking thing. So you can rip that off and fit a minifigure in there if you want to. And again, you've got all of the detail, including the wipers. So you can move the wipers around and have as much fun of those as you like. Now, I am 99.9% sure that that top lid is supposed to come off. And I am, oh, it is, yes. So it just slides out and up. Yes, he says as he breaks it. Out and up. Why doesn't that seem like it's coming off as smoothly as it should do? This is a live undoing, and I'm not taking that bit out. We'll try that again because I was being an idiot. It's actually user error. So this bit, you just pull it up from the back like so, and then you just pull it up from the back like so. So I've just flicked that bit off, and because I'm a moron, it's actually just gone into the really detailed cockpit, which means I've now got to try and turn this thing upside down to get that bit out. But within here, there's a lot going on. So you can see you've got all of the different chairs, you've got all these different bits and pieces that move. This is where all the stickers and things go in, and it adds a lot to it. And obviously you can see now, I've taken the top off, just how bright that is on the side. You've got the fuel cans just on here, so they will do different bits and pieces, but obviously that is all sealed and in. And you can see the Technic pieces all on in there. It's a very, very sturdy shell. If you look at it from this way with the top off, that is what it looks like, and that is the view that you are going to get. So you have got a nice little build on the inside of that. So carrying on with the details, like I said, this bit is a piece, that bit is a piece. This bit then also clips off, this bit also clips on, and these also move around. So you can angle these, you can angle these up and down to how you want to. So if you want to have them angled in like they would do when they're firing, or you can have them flat, you can. You can then raise them up and come in if you want to. And again, they look great from the back. They also look fantastic from the front. But each one of these, so that is on its own thing, that clips in, that then clips in, that is also a separate thing, and obviously you can move that around ever so slightly. So there's lots and lots of different layering where it slots in, and then you've got all of these pieces like this where it shouldn't work, but I think it works really, really well with regards to how stable it is, because I mean, nothing's fallen off. It's just me being an absolute moron. If you sneezed anywhere near the Millennium Falcon, the pieces fall off. So this has done a very, very good job with regards to how sturdy it is. So again, this is what it looks like from the front with those two pieces up. And no, I can't find the piece that goes there. It's pinged off somewhere. It's obviously on the floor. I will find it at the end of this review. Right. Time for a size comparison. A quick size comparison before we finish. As we pan back further and further, well, just look at the size of it. This thing really is huge. If we were to park that one just there, the length of that is just the width, and it looks like an absolute ant just beside that. Even this one just here, which is by far one of the bigger vehicles, that is almost a road plate wide, so you know how big that is. It's, well, if I put this on top of this, that's it. That's what you want to see. That's probably the best. That's one of the best things that I can show off. If you've got this one, you know how big this is. Well, that's how big that actually is. The next vehicle for scale is the taxi that comes with the Daily Bugle. So if you have built the Daily Bugle, that is what that looks like, just parked nicely on top of the Batman Tumbler. So final comparison then, it'll be the Dyna. So look at the size of that. If you have the Dyna, you know how big this is on the actual road plates, and then you can just see, well, how small it is next to this. But I think that is it, and I am done. It's a super short, quick review, because I haven't got anything to compare it to for the same size scale. Obviously, the 66 is coming out soon, and when that is here and built, this will be back out on display, and then we can take another good look at it. But, like I said, this is now on the retiring list, and as it stands at the moment, it is on ×3 VIP points as well, so it's definitely worth picking up. I think it looks fantastic on the shelf, and it is, luckily for me, sturdy enough to throw about without it falling apart, which makes a huge change for me with much larger vehicles. But if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and to catch you in the next one.